Your database is most probably your most important tool in real estate. I know that most of us have our clients and our contacts written all over, some in a diary, some on business cards that's lying on your desk. Today I would like to show you how to take all your contacts and your clients and put them into a database that is both meaningful and easy to access for you to communicate with. As you know by now, we use the Open Networks platform from where Chas Everitt runs its CRM. Now, you will log in to the Open Networks platform using your @Everitt email address and password. Once logged in, this is what your landing page will look like. First of all, when we're loading our contacts, we need to first check if that contact is not on the system already. That we do by typing in the contact name, and searching for it. This search can be done either by using the name field, the company field. You can search by notes that you would have made, or by telephone number, email, ID number, etc. I have just typed in the name and did a blanket search. Now, you can see that this contact is not on my system yet. Do I want to create a new contact? Yes. I type in the name, what company she is with, and let's call that a mobile number, and an email address. Right. Once I have the minimum information in, and that is the minimum information we need, or you need, to add in into your contact information. Now you can add in whether it's Mrs. Female, ID number if you have the ID number, the birthday, let's choose a birthday for her, and we've got a mobile number. The next important point that we need to focus on is the role. There are two items at play here, and this is how you determine who can see your contact. Now, if you can see this envelope on your screen, it means that you have access to the bulk emailing facility. If you don't have that, and if you don't have access to the bulk emailing facility, remember, in most offices, only the administrators have access to the bulk emailing facility. Then you need to choose your privacy and your roles very carefully, because you will be loading your contacts, but your administrator will be sending the emails to your database on your behalf. Now, the ideal would be that you can see your contacts and the administrator can see your contacts. How do we do that? Under owner, you will see when you go into your system, you will most probably see your teammates and your office. So you would choose the office administration as the owner, and under privacy, you can choose either role or private. If you choose private, only you and the administrator can see this contact. If you choose role, both you as well as your teammates in your office and the administrator can see this contact. If you choose business, however, the entire Chas Everitt can see this contact. Okay, now that is the most important thing when you load your contact for the first time. You can add notes into it. You can add the client's address and postal address. If this is an active buyer or seller, you can add some of the purchase information or the selling information, and then you need to add your contact into a group. So let's choose a group. I'm going to say this is a service provider, and then I must just remember to change it from Chaz Everitt to a service provider. I'm going to say this is a service provider. And if I search the different groups, these are my different groups for service providers. I'm going to say this is a service provider in Stray Spy, and I'm going to add her to that group. However, they are national service providers as well. So let's call it national as well. Now this contact is loaded into 2 groups. If, however, I believe that she is looking to buy and I have enlisted her as a buyer, I'm going to add her to my buyers group as well. And I think she'll buy something between 2 and 3 million. So there we go, added to that. As you go along, you can add calls when you've made calls to this client, meetings and events, but more about that in another session. Now, I have just decided that I'm not going to add her in under Chaz Everitt. I would rather say ABC Plumbing. And I'm going to save my contact. If I ever need to go back to this contact in order to edit information that I've put in, I can just search again under the contacts. It will open this contact for me, and the same page will be opened, and I can edit from here. Right, let's add one more. Let's search the name. You always start by searching the name first. Do we have a Jill Smith on the system? There we go. No, we don't. Do I want to create a new contact? Yes. And the company is ABC Plumbing as well. And a mobile number. And an email address. jill@gmail.com. My client is added. I realize I have no other information, so I can always come back to her and enter the information. As far as privacy is concerned, I want everybody in my office to be able to see this, and I am going to leave the owner blank. In this case, I would have made my administrator the owner of this contact. And the only other thing I want to do with this contact, I want to add this contact into a group, and I'm going to call it service providers again. Search for the group, and there we go. She's a service provider in Stray Spy, and I'll add that. As time goes by and I get more information on this contact, I will edit the contact and come in and add the information. However, you might have some contacts. For example, some of your buyers that you get in through the portals or through the website, you will only ever have a contact number and email address until you've sold to that person. So it is fine to only add whatever you have. Right, and that was adding contacts to your CRM.